Hey, Arcturus here. Today we're looking at the Necron Cryptek Geomancer from Kill Team. This was included in the Kill Team Tomb World box, but I imagine he will be coming out as his own model kit sometime in the future. It just depends on when I upload this video and when the Kill Team is released. So he's a very spindly model. He does have some oddities in connection. For instance, there's a slight art bend here that I think is intentional. I don't think I messed it up. I think that's how those pieces go together, but he is quite spindly. Fortunately, he's not as bad as I expected. I really feared that each of these little arms would be a separate piece that you'd have to attach, and you don't have to do that. He's a few components, and you do have to attach these two upper arms, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward and standard. He's holding this cool obelisk here and has a nice staff, not as interesting as, say, the Chronomancer. The head could use some more adornment, but it's all right. You also have this sort of smaller obelisk that's digitizing in, and some details here on the back. Some wear and tear. Nope. Some nice little ridges here from the typical Necron stuff for the shoulder orbs. Nice and straightforward. And then there's some damage to that obelisk here. And on the ground, he actually has a tiny little scarab as part of his basing material, as well as on this ruin here as well. When putting him together, you attach this upper portion to this staff, which attaches to the base, as well as this point here. You do kind of have to do those at the same time, and that is somewhat difficult to get the things positioned and held in place correctly. You might be able to do it by putting this side here and holding it. I had some difficulty because it kept slipping a little bit. But once you get this staff attached to the hand here, because it attaches right there on the wrist, and then also to the base, it holds itself upright very easily. Didn't shift or anything while gluing up, which was quite nice. So his sprue is not very big, and you do make use of all the parts on it. No extras left over for him. Pretty nice build overall. It is a little difficult if you do it. Maybe I did it a little suboptimally, but it does suggest putting these on after the whole thing is kind of put together. And that was a little difficult because it's a little hard to get the angle. But ultimately it works out. They're well keyed, which is nice. And all of these have, grooves and keys to kind of fit everything together. So it attaches quite nicely. It's not like some of the really old kits where you kind of had to hope you got the piece connected correctly. I do like the sort of centipede-esque view of this. It reminds me of one of the Forge World models, which I can't remember, which was basically a tomb centipede, which was pretty cool. I don't think they're bringing them back. I'm not sure I'd want it if they brought it back, because it'd probably be pretty complicated, but the new Cryptek constructs are pretty cool. Again, I do wish this was a little more ornate almost for being a character model, but I guess with how spindly it is, that might be difficult. And it is still quite cool, don't get me wrong. Well, that's all I have for this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.